Hey riders, welcome back. It's December 23, 2025 already, and we are just couple of days away from Christmas. You know, everywhere you look, lights are shining, families are gathering, people are smiling. It's that season of joy, isn't it? But let's be real for a second. For many of us, Christmas and the holidays are not always joyful, isn't it? Sometimes this time of year brings back memories that are not easy, childhood memories, pain, scars that we didn't ask for. And today I want to talk about something that touches so many people quietly but deeply. Healing from childhood trauma. Welcome back to today's episode of Healing from Childhood Trauma. I am Dr. Mukund, and today we're gonna disclose or discuss about something that I know all of us went through in some way or another, and some people still, no matter what, having a hard time acknowledging the fact that they are still healing from those traumas, no matter how old they grew up, isn't it? I also know this is kind of a very sensitive topic. It's gonna touch so many hearts. So here is the thing: take a deep breath, grab a cup of coffee or tea or green tea, whatever you feel like, because this is gonna take a while to unpack a lot of stuff. Alright, so yeah, like many of us from the childhood, we all been, or somewhere or another, we all get affected in the name of love, parenting, whatnot. Oh god, this green tea is great. Okay, first of all, you see, childhood is supposed to be safe, a warm, a place where we feel protected. But many, it wasn't. Maybe it was neglect. Maybe it was a manipulation from your own parents and family members. Maybe it was a pressure to be someone you weren't. Maybe even worse. And the thing about childhood trauma is it doesn't just disappear, you know, it still lives inside of us. It still shows up in a way we trust people, in the way we handle stress, in the way we sometimes sabotage ourselves without even knowing why. I am 100% sure many of us hearing this will definitely relate with something I am saying here. So, but let me tell you something. You're not weak for carrying those scars. You're not broken. You're just human being. And the fact that you are still here, still moving forward, listening to me right now, that already means you are strong. Yeah, got it? I'll give a little bit of, kind of a ride metaphor, kind of a thing, so that I'll correlate with this something like a motorcycle ride to the life, so you can understand it in a much deeper sense. Okay, let's just say, think of life like a long motorcycle ride. Like the childhood trauma, let's just say. That's like Childhood trauma is like hitting potholes you never saw coming. And then what happens? When you're going on the road, you hit a pothole, your bike shakes, your balance is tested. Sometimes you even think you might fall, but you keep riding. The road continues. The same way in the life, too. Healing doesn't mean the someone who hurt you in some way or another. It's not that you will forgive them or you just leave them or anything. It just means you learned how to ride through them, how to keep your hands steady on the throttle, how to keep your eyes on the road ahead instead of looking back. So instead of focusing on why they did to us and everything, you simply direct your focus towards how I can get out of it as soon as possible and then redirect my focus towards my life. Because the moment you dwell on why that person did that to you and all these things, especially when it comes to the close proximity people like friends, family, your own parents, siblings, whatever it may be, it's not gonna heal just like that in a minute or in a day or in a month or you know. For some people, it really, really takes years. It does, and there is no cap for it. So healing takes time. It does. And let me tell you something. I have a one of my colleague during my medicine time. He was used to say like, "Oh my God, my dad this that, my mom did that, my grandfather did that, and still that this that and whatnot." And tell you what, he is already 35 plus years of age and he's been telling me the same thing from the day one of my medical school till I graduated and still continues. So I'm not blaming that person in the first place because I'm just listening to his story. That's all it is. And guess what? For him, the healing didn't even completed yet. He's still healing because that's the level of trauma he went through when he was a child. And I'll give one more story. While I was working in my job as a doctor, I heard a few stories from girls, especially. One of them shared with me like the actual childhood trauma, kind of an abuse, came literally from her own uncle, like literally abusing, kind of a thing. I mean, touching inappropriately and stuff like that. And that uncle was none other than that girl's mother's brother, right? And she said like, I still carry that trauma. It happened somewhere around when I was like 10 years old. Now I am like 25 and I still have the trauma. If anyone comes near me, I still get triggered, kind of a thing. She told me that in confidence. And guess what? Even more, she tried to tell her own mom about that. And guess what? Her mom immediately dismissed it and told her not to tell anywhere outside. See, it's just how it is. And I feel for them, really. But that's the world we are living in. And I have one more story too. This is even crazier. You know, there was a girl that shared this trauma with me in confidence, and I requested the permission to disclose it on the podcast that her own brother, all right, tried to touch her inappropriately around the teenage kind of an years, and she tried to warn her, tried everything to escape, but he is kind of tried his best to touch her own sister inappropriately and she kicked him. And then, guess what? He was quite fine. But the girl went to her mom and dad to tell that, Mom and Dad, my own brother is trying to touch me inappropriately, and so on. She explained the situation, but guess what? Mom and Dad instantly shut the girl down. Like, you don't need to speak it out, you don't need to know, you don't know anything. I mean, come on. So instead of addressing the issue to their own son, they try to shut their daughter off. And guess what? Even today, she doesn't talk with her brother, or mother, or father. The moment she got her freedom, she literally left the house and that's it. She's on her own. And the worst part, instead of, teaching the thing or trying to do the right thing, even the parents are trying their best to mask it off. Yeah, it happened. It did happen. So this is the world we are in right now. So yeah. Anyways, I know it's very very difficult for the people who are experienced this kind of a thing. It's very very difficult for them. 100%. And God gives you strength and everything. Let me do my thing to help you with giving some useful insights. If someone you are listening to this and resonate in one way or another, I will give you few steps to get out of it as much as you can. But mind you, this is not a straight highway. It's gonna take time. Alright? Let's step towards healing. So yeah, let's talk about healing. It's not just as some magical overnight thing, but as a real day by day journey. Step one towards this is acknowledging it. You don't need to deny it nor prove it to anyone. So don't bury it. Say it happened to yourself, say it hurt, but also say it does not define me. That's the most powerful thing. Okay? Step two, find safe spaces. Healing cannot happen in isolation for most of people, all right, because they don't know what they are doing. So maybe for you it's sharing your story with trusted friend, maybe it's going to a therapy, maybe it's journaling, write it down your feelings, maybe it's listening to voices like this one reminding you that you are not alone. And step 3, rewrite your story. Childhood was the prologue, not the whole book. You are the author now, and every choice you make as an adult is a new page that belongs completely to you. So, the moment you take control of your life, everything changes. So, now you can literally rewrite your own story on your own terms. It is possible as long as you believe on that. There is no such thing as impossible in this world. So everything is possible if you add 100% of your effort, and if you be consistent to what you want in life, you can get anything and everything. That is possible. So no doubt about that. Step number 4, practice self-compassion. This one's tough, especially for those of us who grew up in environments where kindness wasn't given freely. isn't it? But talk to yourself like you would talk to child you love the most, gently, patiently, and most importantly, kindly. The moment you start practicing this, you will see so many changes. You feel so much lighter. Healing is not a straight highway, it's messy. It's like riding through mountain roads, sometimes uphill, sometimes downhill, sometimes foggy, but every mile forward counts. Every single one counts. By following everything I gave you, it will definitely gonna help you one way or another to take necessary steps to actually come out of it. Alright, but mind you, this is going to vary for each one of you based on the level of trauma you've been through. So for someone it's gonna be 24 hours, for someone it's gonna be a week or 4 weeks or a month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, maybe 12 months or even more. We never know and we cannot really decide because it all depends on the level of trauma you have in your heart that you enclosed it for very very long time. So letting go of it takes really really deeper level of inner work that needs to be done, and you have to be very honest with yourself about everything. So that's the time only you will feel lighter day by day and the healing really actually starts. If you mask everything or you don't want to talk about certain things, that's going to heavy you down slowly. So even though the journey is so difficult, take mini steps as much as possible, whatever possible. One step a day is fine enough, then fine. If that works for you, fine. So yeah, all right. So this Christmas, if you are listening and your heart feels heavy, I just want to say this: you are not alone. Your healing is valid. Your story matters. Christmas is not about perfection, it's about hope. And hope is what I wish for you right now. Hope that the year ahead will bring you more peace, more freedom, more roads that feel lighter to ride. And if you need a reminder, you are stronger than your past. You are more than what was done to you. And the best is still ahead of time. Believe that. You will get through this. Thank you for spending this time with me. I know this wasn't an easy topic, but it's a real one, and I believe in talking about the real stuff because that's how we heal. Remember, healing is not a race, it's a journey, and just like on every ride, you don't do it alone. We are all riding it together. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy holidays, and here is to a new year filled with courage, healing, and brighter roads ahead. Until next time, keep revving, keep moving. I'll see you on the other side of the calendar very soon. This is Dr. Mukund. Take care.